Hi, in this video I want to tell you about Betaminic's new tennis betting statistics site. It has historical odds and tennis statistics together to let you create your own big data tennis strategies. The Betaminic website has a database of sports statistics. Their most famous tool is the Betamin Builder that lets you backtest football strategies, and they also have statistics for sports like tennis or basketball. The tennis statistics page is very new, and I just want to show you how I've been trying to use it. It has tournament stats and player stats. The tournament stats has statistics from the men's ATP Tour and the women's tour, with data going back to 2014, so it has 10 years worth of data at the moment. And it takes those statistics and matches them with pinnacle odds. And from doing that, we can see what kind of bets made profit and what kind of bets made losses. If you go to the Betaminic.com tennis statistics page, then you'll see something like this. It has an ATP tennis statistics for the men's results. And if you're not logged in, you'll only see a limited version. So you'll need to log into Betaminic to see the full set of statistics that includes the women's stats as well. It's free to sign up for Betaminic to see these statistics, so you can register to view these stats. When you're logged into Betaminic, you'll see the ATP tennis statistics for the men, and below that the WTA tennis statistics for women. One page is showing results per tournament and per round. That allows you to sort by country, by surface, by category of tournament, by round, and by actual tournament. And you can also use filters so that you only see tournaments with over a certain amount of games. And you can filter the range of data that you want to see. They also have a player stats page, again separated between ATP and WTA. And there you can sort by country and by player and filter by the amount of data or profit or yield players have. At the start, I've been using the results per tournament and round data to try out these new statistics. So what I did was go to Google and type in ATP calendar, and then I went to the first result I got, which was tournaments ATP Tour. From here, I can see what tennis tournament is happening now. So right now is the ATP in Rome, and that started on the 8th of May, and it's nearly finished. It'll finish on the 19th. And then the next tennis event after that is going to be the ATP 250 in Geneva. So at the moment, the ATP Rome is on. So I click on draws to see who's playing. And I can see they're at the semi-final stage now. So I can use this ATP statistics page. If I go to tournament, and then I just select ATP Rome, and then just filter down to that, I can see what has happened over the past 10 years since 2014. For example, if in the third round, if I backed all the favorites in the third round for the last 10 years, it would have ended up with a profit of 3.24 points. That's a 20% yield. Or if I'd backed the dog in every third round game, I would have ended up with 16 points profit and 105% yield. Why are you making profit on both of these? Well, it sounds like over the years, sportsbooks have just got this market wrong. The third round in Rome, they just keep mispricing it. Proper pricing should look like this. You see at the bottom here, the first round, doesn't matter whether you're backing the favorite, here the favorite, doesn't matter if you're backing the favorite or the dog, you're going to lose money over the long term because that's how sportsbooks are set up. They're just like poker machines. You'll lose over the long term by gambling. That's what proper betting markets should look like. But sometimes they get it wrong. And if you can find the places where they're getting it wrong by using big data, then you have a chance to possibly beat the bookmakers at their own game. So what this statistics database shows me is what happens if you back the favorite in every game in a certain round, in a certain tournament. So I can see in the ATP Rome that backing the dog, backing the underdog in the third round has generated profit over the long term. Also in the quarterfinal and the final, backing the dog has generated profit there. This could just be variance, or it could be a sign of a long-term pattern where at this point in the competition, generally the sports books are mispricing it. What are these odds exactly? Well, the odds here are set up the same way that the football Betamin builder is. The opening pinnacle odds are used to designate whether a player is the favorite or the underdog. And then the closing pinnacle odds are used to calculate the profit and loss here. So the reason for that is when you're choosing who's the favorite and the dog, you don't know the final odds until the tennis game starts. So Betaminic uses the opening odds there to designate whether it's the favorite or the dog, but it uses the closing odds to calculate the profit. And the closing pinnacle odds are generally, I would say, some of the lowest on the market. They have low margins, usually around 2%, and their odds often people think are close to the real odds of probability. But over time, there are some markets that they do misprice, that they do get wrong. And so the real advantage of the Betaminic database is that it's based on a consistent market model, which in this case is the pinnacle market model. And then and selections are made using those opening odds, which are before the public market has got involved and pushed those odds up or down. But the final actual profit and loss is calculated with the closing odds, which is after the public market has gone involved and pushed them up or down based on public opinion or news that comes out very close to the start of the match. So that's I think that's a very good way to use big data, in my opinion. Because, for example, another way to do things is just to look at the current odds close to kickoff or close to event start on Betfair or some exchange. But those are not really based on one particular consistent market model. That's based on the public model, which is affected by a lot of different market forces, and those could change over time. Whereas the pinnacle model, those opening odds are based on a consistent market model, and we're just trying to piggyback on them. We're just trying to find that single market model's flaws. And I think that's possible to do. So I looked at these statistics, and when I came to this a few days ago, the third round had already finished, so I couldn't get on that. But I saw that the quarterfinals were coming up, and there backing the underdog had led to profit in the last 10 years. So I thought, okay, I'll try that. So on the Reddit community that I'm active with, I posted that data, and I said, looks like backing the underdog in the quarterfinals over the long term has led to profit. And I put up the quarterfinal draw, and I said I'm going to place those bets on a Tipping Sports account so that I can verify if it works or not without actually having to put real money on it yet. And lo and behold, two of the underdogs won, Nicholas Jarry and Tommy Paul, who won with odds of 4.2 and 2.48. I was very surprised that Jarry won, considering I thought Stefanos was going to be the favourite to win the competition. But he's gone out now. So betting on those 4 quarterfinal matches led to here plus 4.98 points profit, but that's with 2-point stake, so it's really about 2.5 points profit and a 62% ROI. Not bad. And that's an example of how you can use these tennis statistics to come up with your own tennis strategy. So I don't know if this really works long term, but that's one way to do it. I like to use big data, look at what mistakes the market has made in the past, and then test that over time to see if that really does work. And following big data over the long term, I think it's a smarter way to bet than just following your opinion, because the market is set up like a fruit machine, is that you're never going to get more back than what you put in unless you can find the flaws in the system. So the quarterfinal is finished. The next is the final, and it's suggesting in the final, backing the underdog again has led to profit over the last 10 years, and we've still got to wait for the semi-finals to complete. But when we get that final, I think I'll put on another test bet to see if the underdog will yield profit there. But this is all free at the moment from Betaminic. I don't know if they're going to make this paid in the future, but right now it's free. So I think that's an interesting way to try out using big data, because it's really obvious what's going on here. And the next tour after this is going to be the Geneva Open, starting on May the 19th. So we can also have a look at that Geneva one that's going to come up. If we have a look at the Geneva results, looks like in the first round, or just very slight profit backing the underdog there. So that's probably not worth doing anything with. But again, in the quarterfinal, semi-final, backing the underdog has led to profit over the past 10 years. And then in the final, backing the favorite has led to profit. This doesn't mean it's going to work every time. This could just be variance, but it could also be a sign of a general error by whatever tennis modeling system they have to get the odds right for those rounds in that competition. I'm not really into tennis, so I don't know that much about it, but if you are interested in tennis betting and you do know about the players, then if you can add that knowledge you have of tennis on top of historical inaccuracies and inefficiencies in the odds and the pricing by the markets, then you could use that to your advantage. And then once you're ready to bet on somebody, on an actual player, you can actually take their name here, Alexander Zverev, and you can put that into the Tennis Statistics player stats and find that player. And you can see he's played 481 tennis matches. And generally the bookies have been wrong about him. And so actually if you back him, a slight profit has been made on him. And if you oppose him, if you back his opponent, you would have made a loss long term. So no, I feel like he's gonna win the semi-final, get into the final, and then he's gonna lose to the winner of the other semi-final because I think he might lose to the underdog. But that's just based on statistics and big data. So if you're interested in big data in tennis, then take a look at this free tennis statistics page and see if you find any useful data. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe and visit my website bettingsystemsguide.com. I have 3 working betting systems that I use. The BSG draw system is my own one. You can try that for free. And system 2 and system 3 are betting systems created using the Betaminic database of statistics and historical bookmaker odds. Thank you for watching.